everyone. It is March 2nd. Wild to me that February is over. We've got a little bit of news. Things have kind of gotten out of the way for Elden Ring, but March is pretty busy when it comes to game releases. So without further ado, let's get started with the news. We begin with Intellivision. You know, the company behind Amico. They've ended their investment campaign, which was targeting $5 million for its start engine 2 months earlier than scheduled. It raised a total of $58,000. I'm sorry, that's incorrect. $58,001. Intellivision said at the time that it was in discussion with venture capital firms and that it would stop the start engine funding short of the $5 million maximum. It was able to raise the necessary money through venture capital instead. However, Intellivision also told the SEC that even if other funding came through, it expected to accept $500,000 from the start engine campaign at a minimum. Man, just let it die. Just get it out of here. Just sell the rights and move on. Just be done. Just be done. Ampere Analysis, which is a company that reports on different analytics around the video gaming industry, has reported that spending on console games, hardware, and services reached $60 billion last year, which the firm describes as a, quote, record high. They also reported that the forecast that console spending, they are forecasting that console spending will be over $61 billion in 2022. They stated that boxed games have dropped 30% below market share for the first time, and services increased to 19%, probably because of things like Game Pass. Another interesting stat was Sony accounts for 46% of all money spent on console games, hardware, and services. It's a pretty big market share out there from Sony. Maybe some of the bigger news, if not biggest news of the day. This morning, Epic Games announced that they are acquiring BandCamp. Terms of the deal were not disclosed. BandCamp, for those that are not aware, is an online record store and music community where passionate fans discover, connect with, and directly support the artists they love. My take on why this is something that Epic would be interested in is I'm sure they would love to sell the music that they are bringing to the Fortnite concert shows that they do on something that they control rather than just having people go and buy it on another platform. Someone in chat also mentioned that it could be a part of them trying to control the entire metaverse. Another person also mentioned that maybe because Tencent owns Spotify, that they're trying to get a little bit more of a land grab in the music rights world. All those things could be true. You know, they really could. It's still weird, though. That's still weird news to wake up from. Moving on. Axios.com had an interview with Valve and got a quote out of them about how they're working on multiple projects right now. Unfortunately, it's from a man by the name of Greg Coomer. Has nothing to do with the actual story. His name's just Greg Coomer. He's a designer at Valve. He gave a quote and said there are multiple games in development right now at Valve, and I think they're pretty exciting ones. They're also interested in doing future revisions of the Steam Deck, but there are no concrete plans just yet. Legends of Learning. That's right, Legends of Learning. Not League of Legends, not owned by Riot or anything. It's an educational games platform used across schools in the US, and it recently raised $5 million in a round of seed funding. Legends of Learning will use these funds to invest in its sales, engineering, and game development teams. The CEO, Dr. Vadim Polikov, came out and said, "We're proud of the millions of students across the nation that use League of Legends every year. Legends of Learning every year." It happens. It happens. Both in school and at home. Unlike traditional textbooks or video games, students don't use Legends of Learning because they have to. They use it because they want to. They love the challenging fun that Legends provide, and their teachers and parents also love knowing the students are engaging with material like never before. Hey, I think that's great. I've never heard of this system. I think the kid is maybe a little bit outside of its age range, but yeah. Let me know in the comments if anyone has kids using this. I've never interacted or seen Legends of Learning before, but I'm kind of interested to see how that goes. Amazon's game streaming service Luna has launched fully here in the US after an invite-only access period has ended. The company also unveiled new features on the platform, including free titles for Prime members and Twitch integration for streamers. Luna lets streamers connect their Twitch and Luna accounts together and instantly broadcast their gameplay if they're playing a game on the platform. VP Daniel Rausch came out and said, Luna harnesses the power of the cloud, enabling customers to instantly play high-quality immersive games on the devices they already own. Today, we're excited to make Luna available to all customers in the mainland United States with a unique offer for Prime members to play free games, new Twitch broadcast features for creators, and a broad lineup of titles for any game to enjoy. I haven't seen anyone be like, yay, I love Luna. I don't get it. I don't get it. WB Games veteran Stephen Cheng and Sean Faust, along with Kevin Lau, announced today that they're establishing a new game studio by the name of Fortis. Probably Fortis. The new studio said that it intends to develop the next generation of live service games. Yay, I am so excited for live service. Founders believe online social experiences can be more positive and meaningful, and that games can become the primary form of social entertainment. A quote from the publisher: Fortis Games will bring deep social play to a diverse set of titles across. Some air is leaving my mouth. That's essentially what they just said in the quote. Just, come on. What are we doing here? These quotes mean nothing. Over at the Gizmodo Media Group Union, they went on strike as of yesterday. The Gizmodo Media Group Union includes sites like Kotaku, Gizmodo, Jalopnik, Jezebel, Lifehacker, and The Root. They have all halted work, and they're asking people not to visit their sites for the duration of the strike. Twitch chatters everywhere are just giving a thumbs up and laughing at that statement because they don't visit it to begin with. The group's existing contract with Geo Media expired last night, and the union identified a number of issues on which it could come to an agreement with the company for a new contract. They put out a statement and said, since January 31st, the Gizmodo Media Group Union, GMG, and G/O's Media Outside Council have met 5 times. Every sessions, the company's outside counsel sidestepped and delayed, refusing to provide written counter proposals to the union's good faith proposals. How can you bargain a contract with the people across the table? When the people across the table won't even clearly state what they're advocating for. Good luck, and I hope the group, the union, gets what it needs, what it wants out of that. Moving along to more gaming-centric news and outside of industry news, Resident Evil 2, 3, and Resident Evil 7 are getting a visual enhancement patch sometime later this year for all 3 games on the PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. It'll cost no additional fee, and it will be for everyone who already owns the games. Great! I need my Resident Evil games to be even more horrifying graphically. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax has announced rollback netcode will be coming this summer. It's very good. Need rollback on everything. Well, let's be more direct. We need good rollback on everything. Yesterday on Reddit, some people were experiencing Steam Deck drift already. Valve designer Lawrence Yang has stated that the team worked on a fix and has already sent it out. On that note, I've seen a lot of people complaining about some of the hardware stuff regarding the Steam Deck, with battery life being incredibly short on a bunch of different games. Things like, I think, Elden Ring runs on there. Not natively, I don't believe. No, it does run natively, but it just runs very low resolution. It's got like a 2-hour battery life. We'll see what happens with that. I'm sure Valve is going to be taking a look at everything that people are playing and try to figure out better ways to, get more out of that handheld device. I have seen a lot of great reports, though. I don't have one. I don't necessarily want one. Would be nice to have one for Final Fantasy XIV, perhaps. But anyways. GameSite, which is a games marketing platform, talking about the MMO Lost Ark. It amassed 76 million hours watched on Twitch during the week of its release. The RPG also peaked at 1.2 million viewers on its launch on the platform. And it was also streamed over 120,000 channels on Twitch during the week of its release. We did a sponsored stream for it on Monday, full disclosure. But I was still very surprised to see that about 800,000 to 900,000 people were on Steam actively playing that game, 20 days after it's launched? Pretty wild. Pretty successful for that company. Curious to see where we're at a month from now. Forza Horizon 5 has added American Sign Language support as well as British Sign Language support for its in-game cutscenes. In recognition that some deaf or hard of hearing gamers find reading captions fatiguing, developer Playground Games and Xbox engaged deaf and hard of hearing actors to sign its in-game cinematics. That's awesome. That's great. Over at House Marquee, they did an interview with VentureBeat.com, and they have stated they're working on a new IP, quote, "It's early days with us starting a new game, concepting it out. We'll see what comes from that. I guess Returnal 2 is off the menu then, but hey, new IP could be even more exciting. We'll have to see." Gran Turismo 7's embargo is up for its reviews. It seems pretty good, averaging a bunch of 8s, 9s, and 10s from a handful of people. We watched a review of it earlier. While not necessarily something that I would enjoy, the graphics do impress, and it seems exactly what Gran Turismo fans want from the next installment in the series. Xbox has announced the Game Pass games for March, and they are as followed on March 1st, Far Changing Tides. That's already out. March 3rd, Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13 comes out. Don't play that fucking game, even if it is on Game Pass. That game is terrible. Don't do it. One game that you should play on March 10th, alongside Kentucky Route Zero Lawn Mowing Simulator and Young Souls, is Guardians of the Galaxy. If you haven't played, I don't know if it was my game of the year last year, but it was, I think, Drop Frame's game of the year last year, which is fucking wild to comprehend. Definitely grab it for free on Game Pass. Well, grab it on Game Pass. I got to stop saying grab it for free. It's worth it. It's a fantastic game. It's worth your time. Guardians of the Galaxy, March 10th. Do it up. Last little bit of news. EA Sports has released a statement as they have removed the Russian national teams and clubs from the FIFA product. This probably is because FIFA itself and the UEFA have also removed Russian national teams and clubs from FIFA. So makes a lot of sense why they are doing that. And it probably was something that came down from above in order to continue with that game. But yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, Guilty Gear was my game of the year last year. That's right. Forgot about that. Thanks, chat. Anyways, that's the news. Not too much going on here in the middle of the week. We'll be back Friday. See what has happened on Thursday and closed out the end of the week and see what March looks like. Thank you for watching. That'll do it on JPNN. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day. Or see you Friday, rather. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.